The Jacob Zuma Foundation may have a case of bias that those claims might be legitimate in terms of the work of the state capture inquiry. That's at least the view of my next guest, attorney Nthabiseng Dubazana, who claims other high-profile people, including Pravin Gordhan, haven't had to file affidavits explaining their absence. She joins me now. Good evening, and thank you so much for your time tonight, Nthabiseng. Let's perhaps just begin with the case then that you would make. You're an attorney. You've been watching the developments at the State Capture Commission of Inquiry. What would substantiate the former president's case that the commission has in fact been biased towards him?
Good evening, and thanks for having me. I think basically based on his letter that has been already out there in the public, he's already stated why he feels that he is being being the subject of bias of the Zondo Commission. Because now it seems when you watch the commission that it's no longer a commission of inquiry based on corruption that is happening within the country. However, now it seems like it's a commission of inquiry based on what Jacob Zuma did or did not do in his term while he was president. And this I'm saying based on what we see that is coming out within the commission and the things that Zondo seems to be doing as a result of failure to appear of certain individuals, including Zuma, including Pravin Gordhan and others. We don't know how he has handled other people besides these two who failed to appear before the commission as a result of them being subpoenaed or summoned to come through, and then they failed to appear. We don't know how that was handled. But this one becomes such a huge public spectacle that one tends to wonder, is this now really a game whereby we are gunning for one individual, or are we trying to get to the crux of the situation? What happened? What led to the corruptions that was happening during this time? How did certain individuals get involved in certain things? So we're supposed to be getting to the truth and not trying to put one person here at the stake. That is my view of it.
So Nthabiseng, when we look at what the Zondo Commission has said on record, right, they've issued over 2,000 subpoenas for information and for people to appear before it. 99 of those subpoenas have been for different individuals to come before it. Judge Zondo last week saying that, in fact, the former president is the only witness so far who has shown that he may be somewhat unwilling to come before the commission.
Well, I can't say whether it's true or not how many subpoenas they've sent, but here is the situation.
So are you saying that you don't believe the information that was provided by the commission itself? Remember, last week there were arguments on this very matter that were held, and the former president's lawyers, of course, didn't show up to that meeting. But during the arguments last week, Friday, we were told that 99 subpoenas for individuals to appear before the Zondo Commission of Inquiry had been issued, and therefore this claim that this issuing of a summons was unique against the former president is not true. That's the argument that was made by the commission. So why do you feel that the president is still being singled out?
As I was about to say, right now we have a word of mouth situation. Here is the Zondo saying, after he has been put on the stand, whereby Zuma is saying, you are being biased against me because here's the proof that I have, this is what you have done. Now, I don't know where the proof is that was shown that this is what has done, this is what has happened, and as a result, we are showing that we are not biased. That's the first thing. The second thing, there's an
application. This is a legal process, an important legal process. So I would imagine that if you're going to question what is put on record in this inquiry, as an attorney, you would substantiate what you're saying with some kind of evidence. It's simply, for me, not good enough for you to say, well, we don't know whether the commission is lying.
Well, if it was there on record saying that here are the 99 summonses or affidavits that were sent to the people, here they are, and here is the response to all of those with the accompanied response from the individual people that are all 99 of them who have given reasons why they can appear or why they cannot appear. Now here we are saying that this is what was said, we don't have the proof before us that says that, indeed, of these 99 people, 2 gave a response that they will not appear in this manner. You must remember that Zuma, when he failed to appear in the previous occasions, he gave proof that he had medical conditions that he cannot make it. And according to the Commission's regulations, if you fail to appear, the chair of the Commission has to make an inquiry and satisfy himself that the reasons why you are failing to appear are justified. Then he can make a decision, a conclusion, whether or not he can proceed to the other, which is Section 9, I believe, of the regulations, whereby he can now institute legal proceedings in terms of the criminal aspect, whereby he can open a case against you for failure to appear. So here we are having an application before the Commission requesting that Zondo must recuse himself. I could be very wrong, but I don't remember him replying to that. So now there is here an application that has not been dealt with, and now we're already jumping the gun.
Nthabiseng, it's not an application. They haven't made the formal application before the Zondo Commission of Inquiry. Until that application has been made formally to the inquiry, the judge simply can't respond to it. I mean, you as an attorney should have an appreciation for process, and that much has come out at the Zondo Commission of Inquiry.
Exactly my point. Remember, the Zondo Commission is not a court of law. If I'm going to put in an application in a court of law, for example, in a criminal court, and I'm of the opinion that the presiding officer on the bench is being biased towards my client, there is a section I have to follow and put in a proper application. Where in the regulations do we follow an application for recusal? This is not a court of law. It's just a commission of inquiry. So there is a letter that is out there that is requesting that Zondo respond to it, whereby he's being asked to recuse himself. So putting the protocols of a court of law in the protocols of the commission is now playing something that is not in the same boat. This is not a court of law.
Nthabiseng Dubazana will have to leave it there for tonight, and she is, of course, an attorney, and weighing in then in terms of how everything is playing itself out in terms of the former president and Judge Zondo.